Hello everyone! For those who are new here, my name is Mons, and I create videos revolving around sneakers, lifestyle, and travel. And for today's video, I'm going to be going through all of the items that I ended up getting from New York. So this is going to be an NYC haul. This has been a long overdue video since I was actually in New York at the end of March and early April, but I've been wanting to do this since I've been wanting to share all of the items that I ended up getting. So if you enjoy this type of content, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So before we get started, I did want to mention that I'm actually filming on my new camera. So I have the Sony ZV-E10 that I've been waiting to use for YouTube videos. So hopefully I'll be able to provide more quality videos for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I just want to preface this by saying that I actually didn't end up getting any sneakers this time, but I did end up getting a lot of clothing, or I wouldn't say a lot, but a good number of clothing and some trinkets that I am absolutely obsessed with. So let's go ahead and start with some of the trinkets and collectibles that I ended up picking up. Alright, so to start off the haul, I'm actually going to go through all of the Sunny Angels that I ended up picking up. I started my Sunny Angel collection last year when I made my trip over to Asia, and that's kind of where my love for it started, and I've been able to collect and curate a little bit of a collection. So of course I had to check out some of the stores that were carrying some Sunny Angels. So the first store that we ended up checking out, which was the first place we actually went to once we checked into our hotel, was a store called Onmei. So this is the bag. I kept the bag because I thought it was really cute. And what's nice about this spot is that they don't only carry Sunny Angels, they carry Smiskis too, and other like toys that, you know, people like to collect, and other trinkets and whatnot. The day that we went, they actually had a restock of some of the series. So I was able to get a couple from, I already opened them up. So I got a couple from, where's the other one? Okay. So I got an Animal series version 2, and then the Sweet series. So it's only one per series per person. So since my husband was with me, we were able to get 2. So from these ones, I'll show you guys the options for those who are interested in Sunny Angels. I don't really have too many from this series, so I was really excited to open this one up. And since I got 2, these are the 2 that I got. So I got the Fawn and the Lesser Panda. I don't know why it's called that, but they are so cute. I don't have these ones, so I'm really glad I wasn't able to get a dupe. And another series that's also new to my collection is the Sweet series. And these are the ones that are available. So same here, since I didn't have any from this collection, I was just hoping that I wouldn't get 2 of the same ones, which I didn't. So I ended up getting these 2. So this is the Fruit Tart, and then let me check what the actual name for this one is. This one's just plain candy, so they're so cute. So I'm really glad to add some new ones to my collection. Now, for those who are following Sunny Angels, you'll know that they released a new Cherry Blossom series, and it's super hard to get, but I'm really glad that I was able to get them. But I actually got them at a different store called Pick. I think that's how you pronounce it. I know that they have a couple of locations across New York City. The one we went to was at the Hudson Yards Mall, so that's where I was able to get 4 of the Cherry Blossom series. So this is what it looks like. Same thing, I already opened it, but for those who are curious, these were the options. And so I did get a few of these. Unfortunately, I did get a couple dupes, but I'm only going to show the ones that I got that were different. So I ended up getting the Fawn, and then I believe this is the Goat. Let me double check since I have the box. Yep, the Goat. Super cute. I also got the Cat, and then the Parrot. So from the normal ones that you can get, I'm still missing the Sheep and the Rabbit. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more from a different place, but those are all the Sunny Angels I was able to get. And I'll go ahead and leave the Instagram accounts of the 2 spots that I went to, just in case you happen to be going to New York and you're looking for Sunny Angels. This is where I got lucky. I know that they typically post on their stories like what they're getting, so it was really helpful for me when I was there. Before I move on to the next thing, I got one more Sunny Angel thing that I wasn't expecting to get, but my husband encouraged me. I ended up getting the Sunny Angel like 20th anniversary. So it comes with a guidebook as well as another Sunny Angel and a Robbie. I don't have any Robbies. I actually don't have any secret Sunny Angels. So I guess you could say like this is my first special one, which I'm really excited. As you can see, I have yet to open it because I kind of just want to display it. But of course, I want to be able to put these out with the case that I have. So we'll see, but I did want to share that I got this as well. All right, so for the next few items I wanted to share, I fear that I may be starting a new collection because I got so many already. So if you've been following me for a while, as you know, I collect sneakers, I collect Sunny Angels and Sneaskies, among other things, and I have been recently trying to get into Jellycats. Now, Jellycats have been around for a while, but it wasn't until recently that I started seeing it all over my social media. So there aren't very many spots here in San Diego that have like a huge variety of Jellycats. So I was really looking forward to checking the store at FAO Schwartz because they actually have the Jellycat diner there right now. But that was kind of like a last minute decision. We actually ended up going to that store incredibly last minute. But my husband was like, well, you know what? We have a few hours. Why don't we just go? So we took the train over to Rockefeller Center since that's where it's located. And we got lucky enough to get actually a Jellycat diner reservation. But unfortunately, we didn't really have enough time to do the experience, so shout out to the FAO Schwartz Jellycat Diner employee for letting us purchase the ones that we wanted that were exclusive to the Jellycat Diner. So I'm gonna go ahead and share all of the ones that I got. Now, I'm gonna start with just kind of like, I guess you could say the regular ones. So my favorite one out of all of these, I will say, is this one right here. So this is the I Am Eggplant Bartholomew Bear. So he is dressed in this super cute like eggplant suit, and I was between this one and the Bumblebee one, but at the end of the day I ended up picking up this one. And this is honestly the only one that I really wanted, but since we were there, we just ended up picking up a few other ones as well. So this is the first one. Now the second one is food. So we ended up getting a ramen one as well. So my husband and I really love ramen. He actually picked this one out and I thought it was really cute. It has all the little like toppings on it and the little legs and the face in the front. So I just absolutely love Jellycats and they're really cute. And then now I'll go ahead and share all of the ones that we got from the Jellycat Diner. So if you're there and you're able to do the experience, in addition to the Jellycats, you're actually able to get like the packaging it comes with. So this is the packaging. And since I bought 3 of them, I got individual packaging for each of them. So this is like the reusable bag that it comes with. In addition, it comes with a pack of stickers, so a little sticker sheet, as well as a corresponding pin depending on which item you got. So as you can see, these are the 3 Jellycats that I got. I ended up getting the pancakes, which is my personal favorite. And then I also got the waffle and then the bagel. So that comes with the package if you're able to get it from the diner. And what's really cute is that it actually comes in this little like takeout box. So what they'll do is they'll customize it specifically for you with your name on it. And this is what it looks like. Oh, is it upside down? Okay. So this is what it looks like. And then when you open it up, well, I already took the Jellycats out, but when you open it up, it comes with a little wrapper and they actually take your name and put a little sticker on it. So it's really cute and personalized, and it made the experience all the more nice, even though we didn't take part in the actual experience, if you will. So it was really nice to take home, you know, all of the packaging. It was a little tricky to pack, but, you know, we made it work. And of course, I have to share with you guys all of the Jellycats. So I'll start with the bagel. I think it's a lox bagel. It looks like salmon, but so cute. Also has the face and little arms, and that's what it looks like. And then next up is the waffle. Super cute, has a little strawberry topping here, and I believe it's syrup, and then same thing, hands and face. And my favorite is the pancakes. So cute, and it has blueberries and syrup on top for this one. So I am obsessed. I spent a lot of money on these Jellycats, but I'm really, really happy with all of them, especially since it's hard for me to kind of find these out here. So this is it for the collection for now, but there are a couple on my wish list that maybe I'll sprinkle back into the collection, but those are all the Jellycats I ended up getting on the trip. So the other half of the video is actually going to be all of the clothing and accessory items that I ended up getting. So the first item is just a simple pair of socks. So these are actually a pair of Acne Studio socks that I ended up getting at this like sample sale market. We were at Chelsea Market having dinner for our first night. We actually ended up running into, or not running into, but we found this store that had a bit of a sample sale, and they were carrying a lot of brands like Acne Studios, Fear of God, Roots. So we just wanted to check it out, see the prices, and they were actually really good. But I actually didn't end up getting too many things. I was looking at some of the shoes, but unfortunately they didn't have my size, and none of the clothing items were really speaking to me. But when we were paying, my husband ended up getting slides. I saw these socks out there, and I was like, well, they're pretty cheap, so I ended up getting them, and they're really soft, really good quality. So I haven't worn them yet, as you can see, but I am really excited to wear this out. And I love that it's a very subtle like color palette, and then that the logo itself is kind of like this mint color. So this is one of the items that I ended up getting. Next up on the list are both from Kith. So I was finally able to check out the Kith women's store as well as the main like men's Kith store. And I ended up getting 2 items. So our second day there, I did not bring enough clothes really, but I kind of knew I wanted to get a bit of a souvenir. So we went over to Kith and I ended up getting a hoodie. So I'll show that one first. So I got this really cute cream hoodie. And then in the embroidery, it says Kith New York. So the Kith is in this kind of like deep green, which I love. I've been really into green for a while now. And then the New York is kind of like in a, I guess you could say it's a gold or like a light brown stitching. But of course, I thought this was appropriate to get since, you know, we were in New York and I wanted something as more of like memorabilia, if you will, of me being there for this trip. And it's been 7 years since I've been back in New York. And I feel like I don't really remember a lot of the places that I went to, or at least this time we were trying to go to different places. So I was really, really excited to go back and check out all of the stores that I've been meaning to check out. So this is the first one, and I ended up getting this in a size large because I prefer a boxier fit for my hoodies, and so it's easier for me to layer as well with other things, especially when it's this big. So I got this, and I also got this shirt, and you'll notice that they're wrinkled because I've already used them and I've washed them, so I haven't had an opportunity to give them a good press. So I also ended up getting this shirt right here, which I absolutely love. So this is kind of like a Kith cherry top. It looks kind of like vintagey, the color itself. And I ended up getting this in a larger size as well. I got this in a large. So it is a bit of a crop style. If you follow me on Instagram, I put an outfit together for it. So you'll notice it is a little bit like, I guess you could say on the shorter side, but I did get it larger because I wanted it a looser fit. But I absolutely love the shirt. This also comes in white, but I have a lot of like white crop tops already, so it only made sense for me to get the black one. And I have been obsessed with cherries lately, so I figured this was a immediate cop. So those are the 2 items that I ended up getting from Kith. Alright, so we are almost at the end of the video. I can't believe we're on my final item, but I will say that this is probably my favorite item that I picked up from my trip. So I was able to check out the Sandy Liang store, and I will say that I didn't go in with really any expectations. I wasn't really set on getting like a clothing item or accessories or bags or shoes or anything, so I just kind of wanted to go in with an open mind and kind of just let it speak to me, if you will. So I looked around and I actually tried on a couple of pieces that I fell in love with, but ultimately I walked away with this beautiful dress. So same thing, if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know which dress I got since I posted it on my story, but I'll go ahead and leave a photo right here of the dress I ended up getting, and I'll show you right now. So what's really nice is it comes with a dust bag, which I was not expecting, and then it has Sandy Liang there in the front. And I really appreciate like all of the extra, you know, accessories that things come with whenever I purchase something, so this is definitely one of those items. Now, I did already wear this for an occasion, so I do need to send it out for dry cleaning, but I am just absolutely obsessed with this dress. And this is what it looks like. I'll try to step back as much as possible. So it has this like rose and bow detailing on the front. I'll try and do a little close up here so you can see. It's a very simple dress overall, but I think what really makes it for me is this like front design that I fell in love with. I tried this in both the black as well as the white. Now I did love the white, however, it felt a little bit too bridal for me. Like it didn't feel like it was a dress that I could wear often. And if I was gonna spend, you know, a good amount of money, I wanted to make sure that I could get a dress that I think would be more wearable and that I can kind of like dress up and dress down. So that's why I ultimately went with this dress. And it is so beautiful and well done, and I think it is just the cutest dress. And I don't have anything like it. And I think what really sold me, of course, like is the front. It gives Sailor Moon vibes for me, and I grew up on Sailor Moon, so I think it was only appropriate that I ended up picking up a dress like this to bring home. So this is gonna be the final item of my haul. Alright, so that'll do it for today's video, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed that. I know I had such a great time in New York, and I can't wait to go back, and I have so many great items that I was able to bring back that I can cherish. So let me know your thoughts on what I ended up getting, which one was your favorite, and I know that there weren't any sneakers in this video, but I do have a lot of pickups that I'm really excited to share with you all, so I will be making a separate video for all the sneakers that I've copped recently. So with that being said, thank you all so much again for your support, and I will see you all at the next video. This has been your girl Mons. Bye!